Hello, and thank you for visiting this new article on the subject. Guys, let's begin. We're going to outline 11 indications that someone is thinking about you all the time in this video. If you don't want to miss anything, then pay attention. 11 psychic indications that someone is considering you continuously. It can be difficult to tell if someone is considering you. You cannot question them, and they may not even indicate as much by their actions. However, did you know that there are psychic indicators that might let you know if someone is thinking about you all the time? Number 1. They first randomly came to mind. Anyone who has ever waited impatiently for their crush to text them will attest. Sadly, just because you're thinking of someone doesn't guarantee they're also thinking of you. However, there are times when you are blissfully going about your business and someone fairly unexpectedly enters your brain for no apparent reason. You also find it difficult to understand why. Nothing in particular brought them to mind, and you can't think of any reason why you would be thinking of them right now. In these cases, it seems more logical to suppose that there might be something else at play and that it's likely that they are thinking of you and you are merely catching their energy. Second, mood swings. Do you ever experience sudden changes in your emotions? You can be joyful and upbeat one moment and somber and depressed the next. You become angry in another instant. Then you experience an abrupt tranquility coming over you. Unexpected emotional shifts can be a sign that someone is thinking about you. It is thought that a person's emotions are related to the thoughts passing through their mind. Even though your mood swings can be bothersome, it's likely that they are not your own emotions. However, perhaps the fact that you are actually experiencing genuine psychic indications that someone is considering you can bring you some solace. Number 3. You have dreams about them. Dreams are a blatant sign that you are missing someone. But it's also a clue that somebody might be considering you as well. For those who haven't seen each other in a while, this is especially true. They may be actively considering you, which could be sufficient to cause a psychic manifestation in your dreams. These dreams can occasionally be so vivid and strong that they can give away what a person is thinking. Some claim to have dreamed about someone else and then encountered them the following day. But in real life, dreams are a mystery. They may serve as a foreshadowing of what is to come, or they may simply be a fabrication based on your experiences. Even an active imagination can produce dreams. Number 4. You can feel them. Have you ever experienced being touched by someone, even when you were by yourself? As strange as it may sound, and perhaps even a little unsettling in the wrong situation, some people claim to feel a loved one's reassuring touch even when they are separated. This is especially true for relationships that are really strong, such as twin flames or soulmates. You might experience this as a loving embrace or even a light touch on the arm. In this case, know that someone is kindly thinking of you and is energetically reaching out to deliver a virtual hug from somewhere. Number 5. You continually miss someone you care about or that you adore. Where attention is focused, energy flows. Does missing someone indicate that they are contemplating you? They most likely are then. Even though it may appear to be telling you that you miss someone, it actually serves as a guide for determining whether or not someone likes you. It's very likely that the person is aware of and feels your absence from them. They won't necessarily understand why you miss them, but they will be aware of it. That is a working psychic sign. You may not be aware of all the ways you emit energy into the universe. You know how, when you walk into a room where people have been bickering, the air is thick with tension. A psychic indicator that someone you love or care about is considering you is when you miss them. Goosebumps are number 6 on the list. Sure, goosebumps can be a response to environmental factors like chilly temperatures, but as we all know, they can also be a reflection of our emotional states. The hairs on your arms frequently jump up while you experience those distinct bumps when you hear a moving tune or compelling story. Many of us get goosebumps just from recalling an event or person from our past. It resembles how our bodies respond physically to the emotions we feel. This energy can travel from your own ideas to your body, as well as from the energetic thoughts of others. Consequently, if your goosebumps don't appear to be brought on by your surroundings or your personal experiences, they can be alerting you to the fact that someone else is considering you. Number 7. Reminders of them continue to appear. There are frequently particular objects we come across on a daily basis that can serve as reminders of them when we discuss recollections and experiences with someone. A tune on the radio, a certain coffee shop we frequently visit with them, a personal joke, or their preferred cuisine, the list continues. This is referred to as the frequency illusion or the Baader-Meinhof phenomenon in scientific circles. For instance, if you're considering buying a certain car, you can find yourself suddenly recognizing that particular make or model wherever you go. But what about those instances where you haven't given someone much thought, yet reminders are still all around you? Or perhaps there are simply too many warnings to ignore. If so, they might be odd indications that the other person is truly thinking of you. They enjoy outdated social media posts. Number 8. This indication of someone's thoughts about you is far more concrete and less magical than the others on this list, though still possibly a little odd. In the quick-paced world of social networking, a post made today is typically readily forgotten about tomorrow. It's not always a sign that someone has been thinking about you when they view your online profile. But if someone chooses to like a particularly old post or posts, that is a much better sign that they are considering you. Why? We only look up information on people who have caught our attention and piqued our curiosity. It's not a coincidence if the person in question bothered to scroll back in your stream for several months or even years. Strange synchronicities and coincidences are number 9. You could be anywhere and recall a hilarious incident or an enjoyable time you had with someone. What do you know then? Not long after you run into that certain person in a store or pass them on the escalator, have you ever experienced a situation similar to this? We assume that it has. Innumerable events in life can be attributed to coincidence. What if there is more to it, though? Do you think this is just a coincidence, living in a metropolis of 500,000 people? Or perhaps one of us had picked up on the vivacious ideas of the other. They are undoubtedly considering you. There is physical tension between you and number 10. There is a chance that someone will like you if there is physical tension between you two. The social phenomenon that promotes intimacy is physical stress. Mutual and one-sided attraction are both possibilities. However, the physical strain is not caused by the attraction itself. It happens when you choose not to engage in physical contact and refuse to satiate your hunger for one another. The fact is, there has to be a connection for you to feel physically drawn to someone. Whether you both are aware of it or not, a psychic force connects you. Number 11, you intuitively know. Sometimes it's hard for us to understand intuition. However, there are times when we simply know something without understanding why. How? We frequently find it difficult to describe that portion. But we only have an instinct. Often, we don't feel the sensation in our brain, but rather somewhere in our body. We typically refer to it as a gut feeling to denote the fact that it is something we cannot rationally explain in our heads and instead originates from another source. You might feel it in your heart or perhaps in the pit of your stomach. If you have made it this far, you should trust your instincts, even if they only indicate that someone is thinking about you. What on this list do you agree with? Are there any items you think we might have overlooked? Comment below with your thoughts and let us know. Don't forget to subscribe if you liked this video. Until the next video, take care.